Mark Twain, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Chapter 13. In the afternoon, Tom went to school and was lucky to meet Becky Thatcher in the street. He ran to her and said, "I did a bad thing today, Becky, and I'm so sorry. Let us be friends again, please." The girl stopped and looked at him. "Please, don't talk to me, Mr. Thomas Sawyer. I will never speak to you again." And she went away. Tom was so unhappy that he didn't say a word, and he was angry, very angry. Becky was angry too. Poor Becky! She didn't know that she was near trouble herself. The teacher, Mr. Dobbins, wanted to be a doctor. Every day he took a book out of his desk and read it when he didn't speak to pupils. He kept that book under lock. Every child in school wanted to take a look at it. But now Becky noticed that the key was in the lock. It was a great moment. She looked around, found no one else, and took the book in her hands. At that moment, Tom Sawyer came up to the door and saw the girl with the book in her hands. Becky tried to close the book and tore a page with a picture in half. She put the book back in the desk, turned the key, and started to cry. "Oh, what shall I do, Tom Sawyer? I know you will tell the teacher I did it." Tom was surprised to hear that. Then he said to himself, "Well, of course I won't tell." Tom joined the children in the yard. In a few moments the teacher arrived and called them in. Tom didn't feel a strong interest in his studies. When he looked at the girl's side of the room, Becky's face worried him. He felt sorry for her. An hour passed. Then Mr. Dobbins opened his desk and took his book. Most of the pupils quickly looked at him and continued reading. But Tom and Becky watched him with great interest. Mr. Dobbins thought for a second and then took the book out. Tom saw Becky. She was frightened to death. He forgot his quarrel with her. The teacher opened the book. There was no help for Becky now, Tom thought. The next moment the teacher's face became red. There was silence. The teacher became angry. Then he spoke. "Who tore this book?" There was not a sound. The teacher studied face after face. "Rebecca Thatcher, did you tear this book?" Tom looked at Becky. Her face was white. He jumped out and shouted, "I did it, sir!" All children looked at Tom. Tom got his punishment and returned to his place. When the lessons were over, Becky waited for Tom behind the school. She only could say, "Oh, Tom, how could you be so noble?" To be continued.